So, you think you're untouchable?
Word life. This is basic thugonomics. This is basic thugonomics. Word life.
What up? It's your boy T-Bear here in reaction to today's Wrestling Wednesday. Today's Wrestling Wednesday is honor of Jay Briscoe. We cited a loss yesterday due to a unfortunate accident. RP to J-Main Plug, aka Jay Briscoe. You be surely miss. Reach from the skies, boy. So, we're going to finally finish off the video when rap and wrestling collide. A deep dive wrestling. This is part 3 of the part 1 video, because they released a part 2 video. So, this time we're going to check out, I'm going to go lift through it. We're going to check out R-Truth. We're going to talk about, we got to finish talking about R-Truth's hero. Now we're going to talk about R-Truth himself, as well as other, including Crime Time, and folks who had music artists who got more musical artists involved in wrestling well too in a certain way. So without further ado, let's keep going with when rap and wrestling collide, a deep dive 1. This is the part 3 of the reaction video. Let's get it.
Speaking of R-Truth, he has an interesting connection with rap and the hip-hop culture. He started out as a dancer, but he also had aspirations of becoming a rapper. He used to go to Jack the Rapper back in the day, which used to be a big hip-hop gathering. At Jack the Rapper is where R-Truth would meet rap legends such as Tupac and Eazy-E. These are where the pictures of him...
Oh, that's where the pitch came from. He went to Jack the Rapper.
Tupac and Eazy-E come from. Truth used to be a show opener for acts who came through Georgia, South, and North Carolina. He would make a song back in the day that got radio play, but he didn't receive a dime. Due to him not really making any money from his music, he went to the streets and got his money that way. The street life eventually caught up with him and resulted in him being in and out of jail. It would be a 13th month jail stint that woke Truth up, and while he was living in a halfway house, his life would change forever when he met Jack Crockett, who's in the Crockett family, which started Jim Crockett Promotions. Jack Crockett would extend an offer to change Truth's life and get him into wrestling, but at the time, Truth still wanted to pursue a career in music. He would have numerous run-ins with the law again within these few years, and eventually he went on to accept Jack Crockett's offer, and Truth would leave the street life to become a wrestler. He spent his time training and wrestling on the indies until he sent a promo tape to the then WWF, which then led to a meeting with Vince McMahon. He would go by the name K-Quick and be in development for a time. He would debut on Monday Night Raw in 2000 and would be in a tag team with Road Dogg. K-Quick's theme was called Get Rowdy and was a rap between Road Dogg and K-Quick. While they were in a tag team together, they would rap and dance to the ring. His tag team with Road Dogg would eventually end and Road Dogg would leave the company. K-Quick continued on and had another version of the Get Rowdy song with just him. He had a solo run, but he was ultimately released. It wouldn't take long for him to turn up in TNA, and at first, he went by the name K-Crush. Later on down the line, he would be known as Ron the Truth Killings and would go on to be the first black man to win the NWA World Championship. While in TNA, Ron rapped his theme once again, and this is when I started to realize that he reminded me a lot of the rapper Mystical and the Godfather of Soul and the greatest rapper of all time, James Brown. During his time in TNA, Ron would be a part of the 3 Live Crew, which is in reference to the hip-hop group 2 Live Crew. He would be reunited with Road Dogg once again, who at this time went by BG James. Conan would also be in the group as well. I'm not going to get into the whole 4 Live Crew thing, but they would do the typical rap to the ring and dance thing that Truth has pretty much done his whole career. After his time in TNA, he would go back to the WWE, where he now went by R-Truth, and his theme song, What's Up, is definitely his best theme, hands down. As of today, R-Truth is still rapping and doing his thing, releasing songs such as What It Is, Umbrella, Legacy, and Set It Off. As far as his discography, he would release the album Invincible in 2003 under the K-Crush moniker. Years later, he would release the album entitled Killing It in April of 2016, while dropping another album entitled Legacy in 2021. About his music, R-Truth would say, all the music that I've done and that I do now, I never glorify or talk about selling drugs. I never talk about being in a trap house. I never glorify street life. All my music has always been about positive, having ambition, having goals, having dreams, and believing in yourself. I don't even rap about going to strip clubs or women or none of that. It's all positive and upbringing and happy music when I do music. Currently right now, as I'm making this video, R-Truth is injured, but I don't think that he's...
Yeah, speedy recovery to him as well too. And watch when he injured himself in NXT, man. Definitely a speedy recovery to him.
going to give up music or wrestling anytime soon.
Alright, let's see what's up.
First things first, RP Shad, for real. The man is truly a hero. Crime Time was one of my favorite tag teams as a kid, no lie. A little sad that they never officially won the tag.
Man, I know. And they broke them up before they even got a chance to, man. I was so wanting them to win a tag team title, man.
Titles, but nonetheless, the duo provided me and many others with entertainment.
Yes, they
As
did.
a kid and even now today, I'm a big 50 Cent fan, and looking at Crime Time, JTG specifically, his style reminded me a lot of him. The reasons why Crime Time were so over with the fans is because they were authentic. Both Shad and JTG were from Brooklyn and had similar experiences growing up and being raised in the hood. The ideas for the characters of Crime Time came from Shad because he wanted to mix a bunch of mainstream hip-hop artists to their characters.
Yep.
For JTG, he wore a bulletproof vest because of 50 Cent, had one pant leg rolled up because of LL Cool J, and wrote Yo-Yo on his glasses because of Soulja Boy. JTG also wore a yo-yo band-aid underneath his eye like Nelly, but after telling his friends about this, they roasted him, so he dissed the idea. Like, I'm glad that they did because that would have looked really, really crazy. But you can't forget that they had bandanas, wore Timbs, and had the chains. Bringing the hood to you is also a banger of a theme. Soon as you hear that Brooklyn, Brooklyn, like you knew what time it was.
Alright, what's next?
This is one of my favorite rap groups of all time.
Oh yeah, the Mark Henry theme. Someone gonna get their ass kicked, yup.
And they have a couple connections.
Shout out
with
to them, and once again, RIP Gangsta Boo, man.
The first connection is through ECW with their song Hit It MFer appearing on ECW Hardcore TV in 1998. It was in a segment with Shane Douglas and Francine, and they would react to the song, calling it the worst thing ECW ever produced. Joey Styles corrected them and said that they didn't produce it, and Francine replied and told him to send it back and that the video sucked. That would be 3 6 Mafia's first connection with wrestling, but their second and definitely most known connection is them making Mark Henry's theme song, Somebody's Gonna Get It. That theme song is one of the best theme songs to date, and 3 6 Mafia would appear on SmackDown and perform the song during Mark Henry's entrance in 2006 in Bakersfield, California. Mark Henry loves the song, and it's funny because while I was doing research for this video, I saw that there were a lot of people who grew up and thought that Mark Henry actually did the song and was rapping, which is kind of funny to me.
Alright, what's next?
The situation between DDP and Jay-Z all started over the Diamond Hand song.
Oh, snap. I always wonder about that, though. Like, was there a dispute between him and Jay-Z over that?
Jay-Z is known for throwing this up to represent The Rock.
Hold on. Freezing up. I'm back. Again, sorry for the freezing, but anyway. Yeah, I always wondered if there was a dispute between them over that, but here we are.
Rockefeller Records, but it's also said to be a double entendre for the slang term of a rock and a diamond. People who believe in the Illuminati think otherwise, but I'm not trying to get into all that. DDP throws it up to represent a diamond, like the Diamond Cutter, and I mean his main name is Diamond Dallas Page, and after he would do it, there would be a bang and the crowd loved it. I will say that there is a difference between how like DDP does it and Jay-Z does it, because DDP forms a diamond and he has his fingers spread apart, while Jay-Z forms a diamond but he has his fingers put together. How DDP even came up with a diamond hand sign was that he was leaving the WCW power plant, which was a place he used to frequent to train for wrestling, and a guy named Ron Reese suggested that DDP should throw up the diamond before he did his finishing maneuver, the diamond cutter.
Nice.
Now the trouble arises between Jay-Z and DDP when in the middle of the 2000s, Jay-Z was served papers saying that he illegally adopted DDP's diamond cutter hand symbol. The suit accused Jay-Z and Rockefeller Records of trademark and copyright infringement, as well as misappropriation of the hand symbol. DDP was seeking an injunction, meaning that Jay-Z would be prohibited from using the gesture and unspecified monetary damages. DDP's lawyer claimed that DDP created the sign back in 1996 and quote-unquote copyrighted it years ago. While I was doing research, I came across a post DDP made on Twitter in response to a TMZ article about the case, and he said that he provided proof and that he did copyright the symbol, and it looks like it was first used in 1998. He also said that people would come up to him and ask him if he was letting Jay-Z use it or if he had licensed it to him. People would also ask him if he was letting Jay-Z use his sign. DDP's lawyer said that he first took the matter directly to Jay-Z's lawyers, but they were not receptive, saying that the real issue was how Diamond Dallas Page was using Jay-Z's symbol inappropriately. DDP's lawyer said that he provided Jay-Z's people with magazine covers, various DDP merchandise, and video footage dating back to the mid-1990s showing Page throwing up the cutter. DDP's lawyer further said, if you look at Jay-Z's encore video, you can see fans using the diamond cutter sign, and in video of Diamond Dallas, if you only looked at the fans from both those tapes, you think it's the same person performing. Jay-Z and Rockefeller Records use this symbol to promote themselves, to promote their artists, to promote their music, and to promote their fan base. People have come to recognize Page by the symbol, and the way that it's being used by Jay-Z and Rockefeller is taking value away from it and creating confusion upon the public. Now, whether you think this lawsuit is ridiculous or not is completely up to you, but in 2017, the matter was settled out of court by both parties and is said to have included an undisclosed amount paid to DDP. However, the thing between Jay-Z and DDP didn't stop there, because in 2018, TMZ reported that Jay-Z had applied to use the diamond gesture throughout several mediums ranging from music, video, TV, and or film. TMZ falsely reported that DDP didn't have a copyright, and that's when DDP responded on Twitter, like I showed earlier, with him providing proof that he did. To my knowledge, nothing has really came out of that 2018 situation, and DDP did an interview with the Flip the Script podcast at the beginning of 2022, and he said that he was all good with Jay-Z and that the matter has been resolved.
Alright, cool. That's good.
Speaking of rappers and wrestlers having issues, the rapper The Game would have issues with Triple H, who's also known as The Game. You can see why there was an issue between the two over the name The Game. Triple H has been known as The Game since the late 90s, when in an interview with Jim Ross, Triple H referred to himself as The Game. The rapper The Game would come out as a rapper in the early 2000s after this. In 2006, there was a legal battle between the WWE and the rapper The Game over the rights to The Game name. About this, the rapper The Game would say, yeah, Triple H is trying to sue me for The Game. I think that we should just take it to pay-per-view and have a wrestling match, man, so I can F him up, because I'm not into that whole play wrestling thing. We can really take it to the streets. We can wrestle right in the middle of Compton. We can put a makeshift ring made out of shoestrings and light posts. I'll get in there and body slam his butt all over the place for the name. Growing up,
Really Game? Really?
The Game was a fan of wrestling, with him liking wrestlers like Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Sting, Lex Luger, and Ric Flair, but in 2006, he wasn't a big fan of the newer wrestlers. He referred to it as fake and said that at least the guys back in the day made it look real. The rapper The Game said that besides Triple H, he didn't even really know anybody else's name in the WWE at the time. This could possibly be true, because in an interview, he didn't even know John Cena's name and referred to him as the guy with the rapping thing with the spinning belt. I don't think anything really came of this lawsuit, because the rapper The Game still goes by that name to this day.
Alright, we got one more.
Lil' Kim is regarded as one of the greatest female rappers of all time.
Okay,
A trailblazer for women.
She did Trish Stratus' theme.
So it's only fitting that she did the theme song Time to Rock and Roll for Trish Stratus, who's looked at the very same way. As Trish's character in the WWE began to evolve, she needed a new theme and was asked what she was looking for. Trish would say that she wanted something that she could vibe to and something that fans could feel and sing along to. Being a hip-hop fan, she suggested going with that genre. She would then be asked what artist she had in mind to perform the song, and her answer was Lil' Kim. She said this not knowing that she would actually get Lil' Kim to do the track. Lil' Kim would meet with former WWE composer Jim Johnston to record the vocals, and this led to the track Time to Rock and Roll. In 2013, Trish Stratus would get inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, and due to time constraints, she couldn't share all of the names of the people she wanted to thank for supporting her in her career. She would form a list of people that she wanted to thank, and Lil' Kim was on this list. Lil' Kim would reply to this on Twitter and thank her while wishing her congratulations on making the WWE Hall of Fame. This will conclude the first installment of this series about rap and wrestling. Definitely let me know in the comments what you're thinking so far about the series. Let me know some more things to include. I felt like for the first video, 10 different topics was cool, but all in all, let me know what you guys thought of the video. I love you guys with all my heart.
Alright, cool. This was cool though, so definitely I'm gonna get started on the new part 2 on next week as well too. But yeah, this was a good video as well. So yeah, other than that, this is I'm gonna conclude with this. Conclude Wrestling Wednesday was this as well too. Other thing I need to do a couple things over the week as leftovers, as well as do some next week as well too. But other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe, and choose your channel. And once again, RIP to Jay Briscoe. You will be very truly missed and things. And hearts goes out to the fans, friends as well too, including my boy Ez, and family. I want to say family, including Ez, and more importantly his brother and his pops as well as his wife and kids. So other than that, if it's your boy T-Bear signing off, one love, reach for the sky, boy. RIP Jay Briscoe.